Halloween is just a few short weeks away, and as many neighborhoods in the city are getting ready for trick-or-treaters, one is sounding the alarm over safety hazards here. Some in CityPlace say that they've been finding drug paraphernalia in their community, and as we inch closer to this kid-friendly event, one resident says they're having to conduct daily needle patrols.
It bothers me to see that people are in so distressed that they will do this out in public, but it also bothers me even more that they don't dispose of these properly and leave these out for people to clean up after them. That's almost heartbreaking. We work hard to make this community such a great place.
Dean Marr, who formed the CityPlace Residents Association and is running for City Council, tells CityNews there's been a growing concern over drug use in the community and needles left behind in areas where residents and their pets frequent, including around the Spadina and Fort York neighborhood and in Canoe Landing Park.
The new norm in Toronto now is not checking a park for, garbage or cigarette butts or who's not picking up after their dog. The concern I'm seeing now is that Toronto, we're going on dirty needle patrols in our parks, and that's concerning. One of my biggest concerns is that these needles will be picked up by a person, a pet, or even a wildlife, and I'm concerned that they will be injected with something they don't even know what's in that needle.
CityPlace residents on our cameras found needles and drug paraphernalia in bushes in the park by buildings and near the Spadina overpass. But Mark Fowler, who also lives in the south end of the downtown neighborhood, says this is a great conversation on what Torontonians and federal, provincial and municipal governments can do to tackle homelessness and addiction in the city.
A lot of the conversation currently right now focuses around the needles, which is definitely important, but I think a lot of people are losing sight of the fact that these are human beings. These are people at homeless camps. These are not people that are here to reduce your resale value or impact your property prices. These are human beings that they need assistance, they need help.
What do you think can be done? What do you think should be done?
I think what we need to do is that we need to regulate the exchange of needles. We need to know when people are giving them a needle, to find out they're going to use it then and there or take it back.
We're putting a lot of Band-Aid solutions on top of major issues, and those issues have a lot to do with homelessness and poverty.
This harm reduction worker who is stationed downtown says people living in places where discarded needles are found is one of the biggest indicators of Toronto's homeless crisis. Zoe Dodd is also calling for more support behind the city's safe injection and overdose prevention sites, which are currently under provincial review.
Those places are really important to have. They don't operate with long hours, and they're also up for being chopped by the government, so we're just waiting to see what happens. If people are concerned about discarded needles and people using publicly, I think they should be supportive of overdose prevention sites and supervised injection services, because they do keep public injection inside and indoors, and so we want people to be safe. People are using in public places sometimes because they think that someone might come across them and help them if they do overdose, and the other is that they have nowhere to go.
And we did reach out to the City of Toronto and their Parks, Forestry and Recreation Department to ask about needles in parks. They were not able to provide us with a comment in time for a broadcast, but they do say any residents who do find any of these items should report it to 311.